Hi, I'm Discipline Dave, and this is exactly how you will get a bigger chest at home. Now let's start with the 5 essential things that you need to be doing to build muscle. Number 1, maximum overload. Number 2, activating the muscle that you want to develop. Number 3, time under tension. Number 4, stretch and contraction. And number 5, consistency. You will need those 5 things to make sure you get that bigger chest that you've always wanted. Now we're going to apply those 5 concepts to the top exercises to do to build a bigger chest at home. Now the first exercise is going to be chest flies. Now chest flies you want to do with the resistance band. And what you can do is you want to go ahead and make sure that targets the middle of your chest. And that's going to activate the muscles in the chest, and it's going to give you a great stretch and contraction. As you can see here, when you're doing this, to get the full benefit of that stretch and contraction, you want to go as wide as possible and you want to come in close. And you really want to squeeze that chest. On the next exercise is going to be our incline fly. So we're going to take that same resistance band, and what we're going to do is put it a little bit lower on the door. And what's going to happen is that you're going to go up and you're going to press up forward. Now you don't want to go straight all the way up because then it turns into a shoulder press. So you really want to feel that activation of the muscle where you're coming in and you're closing, feeling that top portion of your chest squeezing. So you want to make sure that you get a real good stretch and contraction, which is going to help with those elements that we were talking about earlier. Now on the next exercise, we're still using that resistance band because this is actually one of the greatest things to use to develop your chest. So make sure you go ahead and purchase some. The ones that I'm using by Toro Bands, there's a link in the description if you want to use those. But what you're going to do is you're going to put that door stopper even higher up there on the door, and you're going to come down. And you want to make sure that you're pushing your arms like you're going underneath something, because it's very important to feel that lower portion of the chest there. What you don't want to do is go on top of the shoulders there. You want to go right beneath and below, just like how we can see in this example here. And it really, you're going to get that stretch and that contraction, and you're also going to activate the muscle. Resistance bands are really good for that. If you don't have some of those, I highly recommend those because that's what you need in order to get a bigger, more developed chest. Now on to our 4th exercise that you really need to get that bigger chest at home. No matter what you do, you will need some maximum overload. So to take care of that category, what we're going to do is use a set of dumbbells, and I want you to go heavy on these. So when I say use your dumbbells here and going heavy, you want to keep that rep range between 6 to 8. And then we're going to use some time under tension. And what we're going to do is we're going to go very slow all the way down to that stretch of that chest fully expands and all the way up. And you want to make sure that you don't keep those arms directly parallel. You want to kind of bring them in a little bit at an angle because that's going to get us in that perfect position for us to go ahead and activate that chest muscle there. So you want to make sure that you come up with a slight angle with your wrist, not directly parallel, okay? So you want to make sure that you're coming up slowly, slowly contracting and coming down. And when I say 6 to 8, and what I mean is you should start to struggle at 6 and then you can't do 8. So that's how you want to keep that mentality of that maximum overload. Now our final exercise that you really need to do, number 5, when it comes to developing that chest at home, is going to be push-ups. And not just any type of push-ups. We're going to do them in a variety of different ways, and we're going to group them all together because you're going to do these until failure. So what you're going to do is, the setup is the most important thing about doing the push-up, because there's all these different variations you see with wide grip, close grip, anything like that. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure we do this in the most effective way. So you're going to start out by making sure that you put your chest in a contracted position. So I want you to put your hands out to the push-up position, but bring them together until that chest feels fully contracted. And then you're going to take that bench that you were using on the dumbbells there, you're going to put your feet up there for a decline press. This is going to add some overload when it comes to that. So you're going to go down and you're going to come up, and you should really feel that contraction when you're coming down and up. So you're going down and up, getting good time under tension, getting good stretch and contraction when it comes to that. Now, when you do that, when you get to the point where you can't possibly do one more, or you can't do 2 more, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna do just a regular push-up, okay? So you're gonna go ahead and pump those out till you can't do anymore. And then you're gonna go to an incline push-up. And this is really gonna help us target that upper portion of our chest there. These are gonna be the easier ones, so that's why we save that one for last. So you're gonna keep pumping with that one there, making sure that you get that nice full contraction, and you're gonna just go down and up all the way to the point where you can't do anymore. Now, the last step to those elements that you need to develop muscle to get a bigger chest is consistency. And for you to be consistent, I highly recommend that you subscribe to the channel for weekly workouts and tips. And after you get done with this video, I want you to go ahead and check out this one because it's gonna help you get rid of that stubborn belly fat. And this other video here is gonna tell you which way of working out is better. So go ahead and check those out right now.